Hey everybody, Rebecca here. Hope y'all are doing well today. Today is just a quiet stream to watch earthquakes and weather. We have a nor'easter going on the east coast of the United States, and it is nice and cold here. I have felt it drop from 67 degrees this morning, and now it's 60. So y'all can see this. It's 61, and we have a chance of 1 to 2 inches of rain expected tomorrow. So no flea market for me. I was thinking of going to the flea market because I still have to come up with almost $400 for my car. But I am not going to be doing that this weekend. It's supposed to be raining and it's cold. It was like 40 degrees last night. I woke up shivering. So it's that time of season to get out your warm blankets and make sure you turn off your AC because I had mine on. Awesome, Nova. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to play any songs today. I think today is just going to be a chill, relaxed day. Looking at the earthquakes that are going on, there was a big earthquake last night. So just keeping an eye on things. Let me show y'all this big earthquake that occurred. It was, I believe, let me see here, it was Philippines. It was a 6.9 Mindanao, Philippines. So we can see over here where we had this big 6.9 at. And then there was a 5.6 in the Crow Islands 2 hours ago. Then a 5.2 in the state of Yap, Micronesia. 5.1 the Philippine Islands aftershock, and a 5.0 Philippines aftershock. So we can see that this movement is ongoing, and it's going to be pressing up towards Turkey. Well, you know, Turkey had a big earthquake, so I always say that we need to be keeping an eye out over in the Italian areas, all the way out to the Atlantic. Yep. So as you know, Micronesia, state of Yap, had a 5.6 as well. So they are having some aftershocks. And yeah, that's not the first biggest earthquake in Mindanao. They had a 5.6 11 hours ago that was 62 kilometers deep. We've also had a 6.3 in the Admiralty Islands, Papua New Guinea. And there was a 7.4 in Mindanao, Philippines, which was 1010. So that is today as well. So there's been quite a lot of earthquakes. So today was kicked off with a 7.4 in Mindanao, Philippines, and then moved over to the 6.9 Mindanao, Philippines. So that's an aftershock for that one. So yep, our day started off with a 7.4. Big earthquake, huh? So, you know, when they say 7.4, it could have been bigger. I mean, it was big. It was huge. So, yep. And let's see, do we have any news for this one? 7.4. Let's see here. It struck offshore from southern Philippines. And the seismologists say that the new offshore earthquake with preliminary magnitude 6.9 hit the same southern region struck earlier by the earthquake 7.4. The first one, a 7.4 quake in the morning, killed at least 5 people, set off landslides, damaged hospitals and schools, and prompted evacuations of coastal areas nearby because of tsunami warning. That was later lifted. The second one had a preliminary of 6.9, according to the Philippine Institute of Seismology and Volcanology, and that jolted the Manay town of Davao Oriental Province. And it was caused by movement in the same fault line, the Philippine Trench, at a depth of 10 kilometers or 6 miles. It wasn't immediately clear if it was a separate earthquake or an aftershock of the 7.4 magnitude quake. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., facing his latest natural disaster after the recent deadly quake and back-to-back storms, said potential damage was being assessed and rescue teams and relief operations were being prepared and would be deployed when it was safe to do so. The first quake was centered at sea about 43 kilometers or 27 miles east of Manay town in Davao Oriental province and was caused by movement in the Philippine Trench at a depth of 23 kilometers or 14 miles. At least 5 people were killed, including 2 patients who died of heart attacks at the hospital during the first earthquake, and a resident who was hit by debris in the Machi city of Davao Oriental, Ednar Dayanggaring. Regional Director of the government's Office of Civil Defense stated that that was what occurred. 2 villagers died and several others were rescued with injuries by army troops and civilian volunteers in a landslide set off by the first quake in the remote gold mining village of Pantukan, town of Davao de Oro province near Davao Oriental, Dayanggaring stated. Office of Civil Defense Deputy Administrator Bernardo Rafaelito Alejandro IV said that several buildings sustained cracks in their walls, including an international airport in the Davao City, but it remained operational without any flights being canceled. They stated that they've had earthquakes in the past, but this was the strongest, adding that the intense ground swaying caused cracks in several buildings, including a high school, where about 50 students were brought to the hospital by ambulance after sustaining bruises, fainting, or becoming dizzy because of the first quake. Governor Generoso is a town about 100 kilometers or 62 miles south of Manay, where the school classes in all levels were also suspended. Children evacuated schools in Davao City. Children evacuated schools in Davao City, which has about 5.4 million people and is the biggest city near the epicenter, about 250 kilometers or 155 miles west of Davao Oriental Province. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Honolulu said that small waves were detected on the coast of the Philippines and Indonesia before the threat passed about 2 hours after the first quake. It said that small sea fluctuations may continue. A tsunami warning that set off evacuations in 6 coastal provinces near Davao Oriental was later lifted without any major waves being detected. And that's according to the chief government seismologist Teresito Bococol. Indonesia's Meteorology, Climatology, and Geophysics Agency said that the small tsunami waves were detected in South Sulawesi province with heights ranging from 3.5 to 17 centimeters, which is 1.3 to 6.7 inches, in Melagong, Bayo, Asong, and Ganalo, and Talaud Island districts. The Philippines is still recovering from a September 30th earthquake with a 6.9 magnitude that left at least 74 people dead and displaced thousands of people in the central province of Cebu, particularly in Bogo City and outlying towns. The archipelago also is lashed by about 20 typhoons and storms each year, making disaster response a major task of the government and volunteer groups. Also Friday, an earthquake with preliminary magnitude of 6.0 struck Friday off the coast of Papua New Guinea. The U.S. Geological Survey said it was centered in the Bismarck Sea, 414 kilometers or 257 miles northeast of Lae, the South Pacific island nation's second most populous city. Lae police officers Mary Jung Hufalong said there was no damage reported. So that is what has occurred over there in the Philippines from the 7.4 and 6.9 earthquakes. And as of right now, our latest earthquakes that have occurred are a 2.1 Western Turkey, a 2.7 East Coast of Southern Australia, 3.0 Philippine Island region, 5.0 Philippine Island region, 3.3 Philippine Island region, 4.9 Mindanao, Philippine, 3.2 Assam, India, a 4.2 offshore Herrera, Mexico, a 3.0 Mindanao, Philippines, 5.1 Philippine Island region, 4.0 Mindanao, Philippines. And if we look at our largest quakes, not our largest quakes, we're looking at our fours. The last ones that have occurred have been a 4.9 Mindanao, Philippines, 4.2 offshore Herrera, Mexico, 5.1 Philippine Island region, 4.0 Mindanao, Philippines, 4.8 Philippine Island region, 4.8 South Sandwich Island region, a 4.0 near the east coast of Honshu, Japan, a 4.2 Papua, Indonesia, 4.8 Mindanao, Philippines, 5.2 State of Yap, Micronesia, a 4.8 Philippine Island regions, 5.6 Kuril Islands, the 6.9 Mindanao, Philippines, 4.4 Fiji Island, coming in at a depth of 577 kilometers, which is deep. And like I had said the other day when we were looking, I said that the deep earthquakes was going to set off an earthquake storm, which is exactly what we are seeing happening. So we have had a 4.4 at 577 kilometers deep now as well. There was a 5.1 Mindanao, Philippines. It was 62 kilometers deep. A 5.5 Kepulauan Barbar, Indonesia. It's 153 kilometers deep. We are definitely looking at an uptick here. So anyway, how is everybody in the chat room doing? Weather for North Carolina. Yeah, it's cold here. I actually am enjoying that. As you can see up here, this is we're having a nor'easter. And this should be sending up, like here's the nor'easter. And it's sending up nice, cold air. And we're expecting rain for the whole weekend. So, not like we need the rain, but, this is how the weather's going to go. Let's take a look at, we'll look at windy real quick. So let me get windy pulled up here. Y'all can see the storms that are ongoing. So this is the nor'easter here. We look here, this is our hurricane. Let me see here, let me go to more layers. And we'll track this. So this is Jerry here. Now I heard there's a Karen. But Karen's all the way out here, so I don't think Karen's going to do anything. Maybe come over this way. So let's see what we got here. Jerry's going to go back to the Atlantic, so we don't really need to worry too much about Jerry. Karen's just sort of hanging out in the Atlantic. I thought Karen might be a bad storm, That name Karen. Karen and Jerry. Then we have Octave, Raymond, and Priscilla. Karen is actually pretty big. This is Karen. Jerry's just sort of hanging out here. But we do need to watch this right here. We're going to have another storm kick up. So what we're watching is on the 14th. Oops. On the 14th we have more storms. But this has actually been a very, very quiet Atlantic season as far as the United States being hit by anything. It's been good. I've been glad this year that we haven't seen any damaging hurricanes because, last year, and then we had the hurricane that caused all the devastation to North Carolina. And then through last year, we had flooding in a lot of different places. So I'm hoping this year is quieter. which is what we actually need, because the people in Western North Carolina still have not been able to totally get their lives back together or rebuild. There's still a lot going on. Okay, so let me turn this off. Everybody ran out of chat when I pulled up Wendy. Ooh. Boo. Okay, so. So how are you doing today, Nova Scotia Rich Quick? Hopefully you're doing well. I can't believe how cold it was last night. Oh my goodness. I woke up and I was shivering. And I have a nice blanket, but I left the AC on in the house, so I guess that didn't help very much, right? And it was really cold last night. I don't know what it's going to get up to today. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's supposed to get up to the 70s today, but I've watched the barometer go down. So it's only going to get up to 73 today, but right now it's 60 degrees. So nice and cold, colder than my AC is. And then tonight it's going to get down to 60. Tomorrow it's going to be 71 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Saturday night it's going to be 63 degrees with a 50% chance of rain. Sunday it's going to be 73 degrees with a slight chance of showers. Sunday night it's going to be 58 degrees. Columbus Day, which is Monday, and I will not be live on Monday, it is going to be 78 degrees. Monday night it'll be 58 degrees. And then Tuesday it's going to be 78 degrees. So the temperature will start to go back up some. Now, where I live at in North Carolina, we have very mild winters. So, except for like a few years ago, especially when my kids were little and I used to go take them trick-or-treating, it used to be freezing outside. I don't know if anybody remembers how October 31st, Halloween, you could take your kids to go trick-or-treating and it would be like so cold. Now it's not really like that anymore. It just, things have gotten warmer. So that's what I have for y'all, earthquake-wise. Yeah, we're going through a uptick with earthquakes, especially the sizes. That's my opinion. And somebody else's opinion may not be the same as mine. However, watching the earthquakes today has been a lot of 5s, 6s, and a 7. So it feels like there is an uptick. And as I stated, when we have the earthquakes that are deep, that tends to start a earthquake storm. So that is something to keep an eye on. And I note that South Sandwich Islands has been hit. I believe Argentina might be next. Oh, and you guys, if y'all would like to listen to it, I will put this in chat. This is mine and my friends' site with all our music that we play. And we haven't added all of it yet. We've added most of it. So that is the link to the new website that we have. It is free. You can sign up for what do you call it? Hey, wait till the bell goes. You can sign up to get a newsletter. It's down here at the very bottom. So let me go to the very bottom here. All the way down here, you can connect with us and you can subscribe to get a newsletter. So that is something interesting. And then if you go up here, you check the top, go to portfolio. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I meant go to team. And you can see our team is Nova Scotia Richquake, me, Broke Fishin', and To Be Decided. So if we have somebody else who would like to share their music out to the world, then you can post that too. It is not a radio station. It is just a music site. We started this a little while back and thought it would be cool to have somewhere to put our music where it's all in one place and people can enjoy listening to music. That way I'm not playing it all the time on my YouTube channel. So, anything new I will be posting over there on the website. So enjoy, you can share it. It's a nice site. Also, I believe Nova Scotia Richquake is either going live later today or tomorrow. Which day are you going live, Nova? Nova.
Paging Nova. Paging Nova Scotia Richquake.
I don't think he heard me. He's probably run away from his computer. Oh, Saturday. Okay, Saturday same time. I believe it's 5 or 6 in the afternoon, you guys. That's East Coast time. So for him, he's an hour ahead of me in Nova Scotia. So if you see this up here, this is Nova Scotia. So believe it or not, I'm here, and he's an hour ahead over here. So, anyways, about Jerry. Jerry is going to do a U-turn back out into the Atlantic. We got this pressure set up here, which is going to push this nicely out. However, it's going to give us it's giving us a nor'easter here in North Carolina. So we're getting some rain and some wind, and along the coast it's going to be especially bad. So I hope those people over there were prepared for this. Oh, you have to babysit. Oh. So are you leaving? Around 5 your time? Okay, that works. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Coolness. So you guys, I did an intro and an outro for Emergency Management Associates. So I did an intro and outro video for them. I think I did an outro for you, Nova, didn't I? I think. Anyways, they have new stuff for their channels now. Please check out their channels and check out Emergency Management Associates. He puts a lot of time and effort into the work that he does. He is a good channel. I have known them personally for the last 4 or 5 years. And his channel is awesome. And he does his best to make sure that everybody is prepared. That is a big thing between a lot of the channels that do earthquakes and weather. Nova Scotia is new. He is also doing earthquakes, weather, and news. And he does music as well. But please, you guys, if you can, if you're watching this video and you're hearing me, make sure you subscribe to their channels too. You'll probably find the links in chat. I can actually do it this way. Let me see. I think I have that one. I think. Or it might be. I forgot how I did it. Let's see. Is it that way? Y'all see me playing around in chat over here. Okay, there you go. So Emergency Management channel is there. Broke Fish N. He's going to be doing a live stream sometime this weekend, I believe. And then we have Richquake. And he's going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. There you go. So there's all 3 of them up there. I support those channels. And they put out a lot of information for people. So if I'm not live, check those channels out and you'll get the best information, sometimes even better than mine. And Ron always does for EMA, he always does about a 2-hour live stream. So his is usually in the evening. Sometimes he does pop-ups. Sometimes he even does them on Saturdays. And on Sunday, he does a Sunday school. And whether or not you are a member of the sect of his church, you are always welcome. So he goes by the Bible, you guys. But you are always welcome in his chat room for Sunday school, because he does Sunday school for people who can't get out and go to church. And then Nova Scotia Richquake, his channel is more about having fun, hanging out, listening to music. Then we talk about earthquakes, weather, fires. That's something we haven't looked at in the last few days. We haven't looked at the fire situation that's going on. This is the fire smoke map. So you can see how much smoke is still going on. Looks like a lot of the fires up here in eastern Canada have been put out, but there looks like there's also a new one here. So there is a fire here in this area. That is by Englehart and Haley'sbury. So that looks like a new fire. And then, of course, we have fires over here. There are several here in North Carolina. All these red ones, these are all new fires. You can see the smoke from them. So we are having fires here in North Carolina as well. Then there's fires going on in Virginia, Washington, D.C., West Virginia. There's fires going on over here. I believe this is Pennsylvania. That's Pittsburgh. They're over there by Pittsburgh. And all the way up into this area, Kittening. I think that is Kittening. I think that's how you say it. But and of course, we still have fires on the West Coast. So there are still fires going on, and if you see the number here, it displays how many fires that there are. So there's 5 here, 23 here, 6 here, and 7. So you can see the areas over here. These are all the fires that are going on. So there's 2 here. It shows the smoke map. So there is smoke coming from those. I don't know if these are new or if they are hot spots. So I'm going to have to ask Daryl when he comes live. So you can see where the ones with the smoke are. Those are definitely live fires. So that is something that Broke Fishing talks about, is the fires that are happening. He discusses those. So let's see Canada's earthquakes for today in our Canada. Let's see what's going on with Canada for earthquakes. And so we're looking at today, and apparently there is no earthquakes for today. There was another suspected industry-related event. AB, Alberta. Okay, so there was a suspected industry-related event, 1.8, 40 kilometers south of Grand Prairie, Alberta. And there was another suspected industry event, 2.2, 30 kilometers northwest of Halfway River, 168. Okay, so Alberta is over here, but there's a red one out here. What are you? What date were you? That was on the 9th, 10/9 yesterday. And this one was a 3.8. That is this one right here, which was 265 kilometers west-northwest of Port Hardy, British Columbia. So that is that one. And then, of course, I believe this one here is our suspected industry-related event. That was the 2.2 that occurred. Yep, that's the suspected industry-related event. So no earthquakes so far today, but it does look to be getting busier over here by you, Richard. So I would be keeping an eye out. This one occurred on the 22nd of last month. This one occurred on the 24th of last month. So we're looking at these areas here. So I would expect there's going to be more earthquakes in Nova Scotia. Just keep a heads up, Richard. Feel anything big, outside you go. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Oh, make sure my microphone is actually working. Yep. It's working. All right, that's what I got for y'all today. I'm going to leave this live for a little while and chat with y'all in the chat room. And we'll just keep an eye on what's going on. Oh, I wanted to show y'all. Y'all know I've been doing a fundraiser. So I'm going to show y'all the fundraiser. If I can find it. And as I've been saying, thank you to everybody who's been helping me out. I am 80% of the goal. So if you would like to help with the fundraiser, the link is in the chat. So there you go. That's the link in the chat. If you would like to help out, $1, $2, $5, whatever, every bit is welcome. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say about that. If you want to read the fundraiser, it is in the chat room. Alrighty then. What else we got? Should I show y'all the website again? I'll show y'all the website again because I think it's really cool. Okay, so the name of the website is Dreamer Music, and it's exploring music's future. Now, if you go here, wait, it'll show you the music. Some of them are in video. The rest of them are music. And Rich Quake has added the newest one on there. And then if you go over to here, we don't have a chat room yet. We're working on that. But if you go to the blog feed, wait, I'm still trying to figure this out. Hang on. Okay, so I know there's a way to go to, well, the portfolio just shows pictures. So that's just a fun part. However, let's go to blog. The blog has some posts on it. Those posts talk about exploring AI's role in modern music creation, the future of music, artificial intelligence innovations, and how AI is shaping the music industry today. So those are some blogs that are on here. Enjoy the site, you guys. I started it with a mind of people being able to pull it up, listen to music while they are watching a quiet live stream. So feel free to enjoy everything on the site, and you can also email through there. So if you would like to email us, you can do that. Alrighty then. Nightbot is really busy today. Oh, you guys, I made myself a good cup of coffee this morning. Yep, I sure did. There has just been a 5.0 earthquake in Philippine Island region. That was 15 minutes ago, though. And there's been a 2.7 8 minutes ago in Sulawesi, Indonesia, and a 3.1 northern Alaska, and a 1.1 in Austria. It was 100 kilometers deep. And then Negros, Cebu region, Philippines has just had a 3.2. So those are the ones that you're hearing going off. There's also been a 2.7 near the east coast of southern Australia, and a 5.0 Sichuan, Yunnan, Guizhou region, China. There's also been a 4.7 eastern Greenland. So these earthquakes are very diverse today. Yes, coffee, Richard, coffee. I am just finishing up my cup of coffee. It takes me about 2 hours to drink my cup of coffee. I think I'm getting old. As y'all know, there will be no live stream tomorrow. Unless there's something big. I'm going to change the title for this video real quick. So bear with me. Okay, that should have changed it. I added in the 7.4 earthquake in the Philippines. And let me go over here and do this. If you missed the update for the Philippines, go back on the video to the beginning on the live stream, and you will see that there was an update done for the Philippines. Great, now I'm coughing. This morning I was sneezing. I think I have a cold, you guys. All right, so I'll say it one more time. If you missed it, back up in the live stream and you'll see the update for the 7.4 earthquake at the very beginning of the live stream. It was about 20 minutes long. And tomorrow, once the live stream has finished processing, I will set it so that it should have times for everything. So depending on what we talked about, the video will give you different times for what we talked about on the live stream. I do my live streams off the cuff, so anything that I do, you know as soon as I know. Sorry you guys, I was sleeping last night when the 7.4 hit, so therefore I did not do an update for it until now. However, that is also a good thing, because then you will get more information as to what exactly has happened and gone on. If I was to see a 7.4 while I'm awake, it tends to make me worried that there's going to be tsunamis and so much. And I'm kind of glad that this one didn't cause any tsunamis, but this is a bad one. People did die. So I only say that things are going to probably get a little bit more worse. I mean, we're looking from here on the screen. We're watching this way. So we're seeing a big one here. We may see another big one over this way because we've already seen a bigger one in Turkey. Welcome to the live stream to everybody who's watching. Feel free to chat in the chat room. This is not a channel where we ban people for talking with each other and enjoying the chat room. You are more than welcome to enjoy the chat room. Okay, I had to refresh my page. Why? Wow, oh boy. You guys, if you want to sign up for the Worldwide Earthquake Group, please remember to answer the questions on the group when you go to join. Because I don't like having to tell people that they can't join when they aren't answering questions. Also, the Worldwide Earthquake Group on Facebook, which has about almost 38K people. We do have a lot of other YouTubers and creators who put their hard time and effort into doing their updates and their videos. So if you join that group, you're getting a lot of information, not just about earthquakes, but about weather, the sun, a whole lot more. I'm going to give y'all a link. And if you have not joined that Facebook group, feel free to join. Just remember to answer all the questions that are on the group. So that's the Facebook group. And I just put a link for that in the chat room. Everybody is welcome to join. Just answer the questions. And as Nova Scotia Richquake just said, please remember to thumb up the video on your way in or your way out. That is appreciated as well. It does help with the algorithms, as does talking in the chat room. So they're saying that the nor'easter is going to target the East Coast beginning this weekend. So let me look up some information on this nor'easter. So Boston is saying that it's going to have freezing today, but potent nor'easter will slam the East Coast with fierce winds, major coastal flooding, and rain this weekend. And so, as you're seeing, this is our nor'easter over here. It's coming in. It's about to bring nasty weather to millions along the East Coast. Fierce winds, drenching rain, and dangerous seas expected this weekend into early next week. The storm will drive major coastal flooding and beach erosion alongside the heavy rain and potentially damaging wind. This disruptive weather will likely lead to travel headaches in the east and could be a nightmare for major airports and travel. Ooh. So, the nor'easter is expected to develop just offshore along a stalled front draped over the southeast on Saturday and spread hazardous weather along the coast from the Carolinas to the northeast through the weekend. A nor'easter is a coastal storm named based on the direction from which its winds slam into the coast, northeast. Nor'easters are notorious snow producers in winter, but they can happen any time of the year, bringing heavy rain instead. They're most frequent between September and April and usually develop between Georgia and New Jersey. The strongest nor'easters are also being supercharged by planet-warming fossil fuel pollution. That was found in a July study. This nor'easter looks to pack a punch, and the area from North Carolina through New Jersey and then into coastal southern New England will bear the brunt of the storm's disruptions. After developing Saturday somewhere off the coast between Florida and South Carolina, it will strengthen on Sunday while hugging coastal North Carolina. Up to half a foot of rain could fall near the North Carolina coast, paired with gusty winds up to 50 miles per hour. The nor'easter will also contribute to ongoing beach erosion in the state's Outer Banks, where at least 9 unoccupied homes have collapsed into the Atlantic since September 30th due to intense wave action erosion and such from recent storms. The disruptive weather will stretch farther north Sunday and Monday, with several inches of rain possible along the rest of the mid-Atlantic coast and into southern New England. Any areas caught under multiple rounds of this drenching rain could see localized flash flooding. Powerful winds will accompany this rain with prolonged gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour possible. Winds will start whipping up along the southeast coast Friday, maxing out later Saturday into Sunday for much of the mid-Atlantic coast. Some of the strongest gusts for New Jersey and southern New England will occur Sunday into Monday and could reach 60 miles per hour at times. Power outages are possible as these strong winds batter coastal areas for days. They could also stretch further inland to more heavily populated areas. A multi-day coastal flooding event will also unfold from the Outer Banks through the Northeast, with tide levels this weekend just shy of their highest marks of the month. The combination of soaking rain and strong winds pushing water onshore will be potent. Dozens of coastal spots from North Carolina to New York are expected to reach moderate to major flood stage from this nor'easter. In Delaware and New Jersey, particularly the southern part of the state, coastal flooding could get bad enough to cause some roads to become impassable and some structures to flood. Water levels could rise above 8 feet Atlantic City, New Jersey, the highest level since Sandy in 2012, and enter major flood stage on Sunday afternoon. That's enough to trigger widespread flooding of roads in the area, with some neighborhoods potentially becoming cut off due to the water. And that's according to NOAA. The nor'easter will also drive turbulent seas and generate rough surf that will make swimming dangerous for hundreds of miles of coastline, so stay out of the water. After the storm moves away from the coast later Monday into Tuesday, the east could get a brief reprieve from the weather. Then yet another batch of unseasonable heat is expected to set in by late next week. So, if you are on the East Coast, be prepared. Yeah, y'all need rain bad, I know. Okay, you guys. Well, here starts the quiet stream. Feel free to watch. And as y'all can tell, I I'm losing my voice. Oh boy. I will be here, but I will be chatting with y'all in the chat room instead. Oh, in case any of y'all want an update on my daughter, she's home. She's doing much better. She's having to see some specialists, but she is doing much better. But she's not going to be able to go back to work for a few months. So that's the downside. But things are doing great. Thanks for all the prayers that y'all prayed for my daughter. I appreciate that. Um, I'm still getting my granddaughter on and off the bus because she's not able to do a whole lot of moving around. Hey everybody that's checking in. If you missed the update, scroll back to the beginning of the live stream. And at the beginning of the live stream, I talked about the 7.4 earthquake in the Philippines and other information regarding the nor'easter. So just scroll back on the live stream. It's not that long. The update was about 20 minutes long. Shit, this phone is fucked up. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? I was already signed in.
Thank you for calling Coastal Carolina Neuropsychiatric Center. Prisinuno para Español. Our regular business hours are currently 8 a.m. to 5:45 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and Fridays at our Jacksonville and Fayetteville locations 8 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. If this is a mental health emergency, please call 911 or your local.
Yes, hi. I need to schedule a telehealth appointment. Date of birth 1/25/1970. as soon as possible. I also need to let my doctor know to reschedule, to put my medicine in, because I forgot all about my appointment. So I'm going to be out of medicine before Monday. Okay, that'll work. Morning. And they can call me at this number. Or the new number, whichever one they have on file. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Bye. Oh no, my microphone's been on the whole time. Oops. Well, no account for that one. Life goes on. Y'all probably heard me scheduling my appointment for Monday. Oops. Well, that's okay. Doctors' offices and all the good stuff in life. Life doth go on. I hear a trash truck outside. And it is nice and cloudy out today. Alright, so you guys, I have put up a live stream. I have watched the earthquakes for a little bit. There has just been a 3.5 southern Sumatra, Indonesia, and a 4.0 southern Sumatra, Indonesia. So aftershocks are going to be ongoing, especially since there was a 7.4 earthquake. And I am going to end my live stream for now. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Probably the most boringest live stream. However, I appreciate you all being here. Nova Scotia has gone to go work on something. And I have done all the updates I'm going to do. If you scroll back in the live stream, you'll find out that I have done some updates for today. And yeah, the weather here is going downhill. So anyways, you guys, I love you. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching wherever you are from in the world. I will be back on with another live stream or video. I appreciate you guys for being here. Please remember to tell someone you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. And make each day an adventure. Much love and God bless all of you.